Hey there, my name is Sandy. I'm a licensed realtor here in Central Florida. I'm also licensed in the state of New York, but I tend to be in Florida more because of the weather. I invite you to subscribe to our channel. We offer a lot of real estate tips on this channel, so it'd be a great way for you to learn about real estate if you're interested. All our information will be on the bottom of this video, so if you have any questions, you can send us an email, text us, or call us, or visit our website if you have any concerns, you want to send us a question, or you want to learn more about the topic that we're covering. Today's topic is going to be how to sell your house yourself. How to sell your house yourself. Selling your house yourself can be challenging as well as rewarding based upon the market that you're in and the amount of buyers that's on the market looking for a property. Now, if you're going to sell your house for sale, one of the first thing you want to do is you want to neutralize your home to make sure it looks as neutral as possible. So think about going to a builder's home, a new construction site, and taking a look at a model home. You see how they neutralize it so well, like they decorate it, but it's neutralized, so anyone that walks through that model home for the most time could see themselves living there. So what you want to make sure, if you're selling your house by yourself, you want to make sure when the buyers are coming through, they could see themselves living there. So you definitely want to neutralize, right? Neutralize as much as you possibly can. You also want to get a home inspection done prior to putting your house on the market, because that will eliminate any surprises. And since you're selling the house yourself, there's no real estate agent in between to cushion the blows of the buyer. You definitely don't want any surprises, because a lot of times a deal is killed based upon the home inspection. It really is. So you want to make sure you do your own home inspection, get a licensed home inspector to come out and inspect the property for you before you put it on the market. It's going to be worth every penny you spend on that, because then you'll know for sure what's going on with the property before you put it on the market. You also want to make sure you get it appraised. Why do you want to get it appraised? Because you want to make sure that when the buyer comes in and they get their appraisal done, that there's not going to be any issue on price. So you want to make sure you're pricing it well. And since you're not having an agent to do your market comparables for you and try to find the value in the neighborhood and see what other similar homes are selling for, an appraiser will do that for you. So you want to get the property completely inspected, and you want to get an appraisal done. That's very important. Based upon your home inspection report, if there's any issues, you want to definitely get those corrected before you put it on the market, especially if they're big ticketed things. Also, if you have older appliances or older air conditioning unit or older furnace or older hot water tank, anything that's older that has to do with the functioning, like the heating, the cooling, all of your appliances in the kitchen, your washer, your dryer, if those are older, you want to offer a home warranty insurance to the buyer. That way, the home warranty insurance will cover the buyer up to 1 year of purchasing the property. It's almost like giving them a home warranty, right? So you're giving them a warranty up to a year that covers all those items. So if any of those items break down, they call the home warranty company and they'll come out and fix or replace it. There's going to be a small deductible, but if there's a deductible for $100 and the repairs are like $500, it's like a no-brainer. Okay, some of these home warranty insurance also cover pool equipment. So if you have a pool and the pump needs to be replaced, or if you have a gas heater on the pool, the home warranty insurance will cover that. So you have to call the home warranty insurance. There's various home warranty insurance companies out there. You could call and get pricing and what the figure would be and what it covers. For the most part, most home warranty insurance is going to be anywhere from $400 to $800 based upon where you are and what items you're getting covered. We're in Florida, so it works a little bit different. New York will work a little bit different. I have properties in Florida and I have properties in New York, and I could tell you the home warranty insurance in New York is way higher than home warranty insurance in Florida. So it depends upon what state you're in. That will make the difference on that, okay? But you want to offer home warranty insurance if you have older appliances or older electrical equipment, and the buyer is going to be concerned with that, and their home inspectors might tell them it's at the end of its life. Now, when something is at the end of its lifespan, it doesn't mean it's going to not work, But if it's at the end of its lifespan, the inspector is going to inform the buyer of that because that's something they need to know. So it could mean that the hot water tank was supposed to last for, I don't know, say 10 years. And this is the 9th year and you're selling the house and the hot water tank is 9 years old. The inspector is going to tell the buyer the hot water tank is close to the end of its life expectancy. Now the same hot water tank might last even 15 years, but the inspector must tell the buyer this, and the buyer is going to have to use that in their decision. Do I want to take this 9-year-old hot water tank on? What are my choices? One of the choices could be you offer them a home warranty insurance, because once they close, that home warranty insurance is going to last for a year, and at the end of that year, they could renew it, right? So they could renew it on their own and keep it on there. So if the hot water tank did go, if the hot water tank doesn't work, then the home warranty insurance will cover that, and they will replace it, and they do replace it. Okay, so that's very, very important. All right, so we want to neutralize the property as much as we can to get it ready for sale. Take down all the family portraits and all that great stuff. Any funky color we want to neutralize. We want to get a home inspection done prior to putting the house on the market and address any issues that comes up with the home inspection. You want to get an appraisal done to make sure you're at the correct pricing so you know how to price the property for sale. Now, when it comes to negotiating, you want to make sure you tune up your negotiating skills, because that's how real estate agents come in, because they are versed in negotiating between buyers and sellers. But if you're selling the property yourself, that's fine. Just make sure you do a few classes online, or you talk to a few people to get your negotiating skills. So when the buyer come in, you could negotiate the best price. You also want to make sure you get a good title company, because you will need a title company to close the property for you. The title company will also run all the lien searches and municipal lien searches and any kind of tax liens and all that great stuff. And that's what you would use to get that situated. So you want to make sure you have a good title company that you could use to close the deal for you. You want to make sure your negotiating skill is great. The negotiation is very important. You got to decide if you're selling a home with any furniture or not, and if you are, or if you're going to sell any of the furniture to the buyer. You want to get everything situated before you get into the deal. So during the course of negotiating, you want to make sure every possible thing that the buyer is going to request that it comes up on the table and it's negotiated before you get into the transaction. One of the big things that might come up is after the buyer's home inspector, the home inspector might find something that your other inspector didn't find, or they might find something that you were definitely aware of but you weren't willing to fix. That's going to be another negotiating thing going on there. So those are some of the steps that you take to sell your house yourself. The home inspection and the appraisal is the two biggest things, especially if you're selling on your own, because you don't want any surprises going into the deal, right? If you have any questions, let me know. My information is down below. You could also subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to end this video now because I don't like to do videos too long because people lose interest. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.